You are watching the ODI video tutorial. Today I am going to explain about processing multiple files in ODI using interface and other objects. So normally whenever we are going for interface, directly we will use that file, that is file data store into our interface. But if you are going for multiple files, how we can proceed? First we need to store all these files information. First we need to store all these files information into one table. So you can use OS command to get all the file names, then use any other loader to load the data from that all file names into one table. So here I am showing here there is a one table t underscore files having a 4 columns. ID is number, file name record 50. So you can increase number of maximum characters expecting from your file name. So you can increase maybe 100 or 200 depending on your file name maximum size. That is a file name. Status, like if it is not processed, default is N. If it is processed, we'll update as Y. Then mod date, that is when it's processed. So this is the table I have created. This is a table I have created having some data. Okay. All status as currently N. N means not processed. So I have created one directory in my local system. This is my source file. There, load directory having all files. After finishing, I will move these files into archive directory. So currently it is empty. There is no archive. That is all files available here. Then I have already interface. I have already one interface. This interface will load the data from file to table. Here you can see this is my file. If we go to models, so this is my model. Here file name I'm passing at runtime. So that is dynamically using a variable. So we need to create another two variables. So we need to create two variables, one for file count, another for file name. So how we created global variable, see here, gv underscore file name. This will get data. If you go to refresh tab, see here, I'm writing query. That is, select the file name from file table where status equal to n. Status equal to n. So that is not processed. Order by ID. So your ID is a sequence generated means. So you need to give default ascending order. So it will go to one by one. So this query always it will return only one value. If you have a status n 10 rows also, but you will get a first. That's why I am giving as order by. Next, there is a second variable I have created in my project. This is getting the file count. So that is, if any record, that is any row not processed where status is n. So first time I will get a count 9. This is the 9 files available, right? So n means 9. So this is the two variables I have created. Then we need to create one more package here. So I'm opening package. Go to diagram tab. This is refresh variable to get the count. Okay. So first it will refresh your file count that is created here. First you will get a 9. Then the same variable I am using here as a evaluate. Evaluate means if that count is greater than or equal to 1, 1 or more than 1, 1 or more than 1. For example, this table don't have any status equal to n means you will get a 0. So 0 means this will fail. So fail means again you can give any mail alert or something if it is false. Currently I am using only true. True means that file having any not processed record you will get it true. Then second variable, that is get file name. This is variable gv global variable. So then it will get a latest file name. Then here I'm using my interface. This is my interface. Okay, this interface, this variable name will pass into your model. Then your interface will call that file, that is a data store. Then after that, I have created one procedure to update that staging table. That is file having some staging table, right? This is the table. Three files. If it is a process, I'm updating status as y, and where file name equal to. So here we are passing some file name, right? The same file name, using that I'm updating in procedure. This procedure will update after processing. Then next, file archive. File archive, again see here I'm using, if you go to files tab, there you can find file move. Moving file from load directory to archive directory. Here you can see. Same global variable. This variable I'm using in interface, I'm using in procedure, again I'm using in file move. So moving source directory, that is load archive. See here. Then after archiving, again I'm using my row counter, that is file counter. So next you will get only 8. 8 means condition true. Again it will go. The file will process. Again the file will update. Again it will move. File again you will get count as 7. Like this it will move. Then if your count is 0, means if the file status there is no n, means you will get 0. It will false. But a false you can give as a mail alert. Okay, false you can give as a mail alert, or it will stop your program. Then see here, this is, I'm truncating target table. See here, currently my target table don't have any rows. My source file having 14 rows. My source file having 14 rows. See here, 14 rows my source file, CSV file. Then I have a 9 file with the same 14 rows. 9 into 14 means 120 records you should expect. So we are using control append in this interface to know that number of files are processed. Okay, if we go to this interface in flow tab, IKM, I'm using control append. So control append means every time it will insert. So all records, because that's a duplicate, so I'm not using any flow control, only to identify number of files are processed or not, and number of records are updated or not. Simple. So total 9 files, each file having 14 rows. So we should expect total 126 rows. The 9 files should be processed into this archive directory. Currently this is empty. Then I'm going to run this package now. Go to your package. So click on execute button. Then I'm running. Session started. Go to operator. Refresh. Today's session. It's finished. So first row count. So that is file count. Again file count evaluate variable. Again getting the file name using. Again refresh variable. Processing your interface. Then updating into using this procedure into that staging table. Then file archive. Again row count. So this is total 6. So the same 6 jobs will continue looping. See here. Finally we file count. This file count, okay, to this one. This is false. It's exit from the loop. Now go to your database. Check that this table processed or not. All are Y. Go to your EMP table. Data inserted. You can check the count 126. Okay. Then check your directory, archive directory having all files or not. So go to your load directory, there is no file. Go to archive directory, all are moved. So this is the way we can load multiple files from using a single interface, one directory to Then after loading, you can move these files into archive directory. Thank you very much.